Yo, what is up guys, this is Jazz the Beerham here with the latest news, and this news is regarding Tekken Revolution. So according to Facebook, the Tekken fan page, the official Tekken page on Facebook, according to it about 2 hours ago, they've announced a Tekken Revolution original character poll, which will be closed on midnight July 14. You might be like, but the title gives it away. So basically they're announcing new characters, which is very new to the Tekken series and very unexpected. Really, it's really exciting. It's quite amazing because it's going to bring the hardcore players from Tekken Tag Tournament 2 to Tekken Revolution as well. So briefly they've said that Tekken Revolution, our new free-to-play title for the PlayStation 3, has proved to be quite popular with the fans, so we decided to unique and add some all new characters. This is, what do we mean by unique new characters? These characters that have existed previously in our undisclosed story setting materials but have never made it into the actual game, or other unique ideas for characters that were proposed but never actually created. So basically they're testing the water, like with the game, they're testing everything out for future releases. It's a very good, really good business model, I think, because it's free to play and they can make up stuff. So what they're trying to say is all the character concepts that they thought of in the office and thought, nah, it's not going to make the actual cut. We, the people, have a chance to vote. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to explain each character in description as well, and then we'll just go over how we think about that. They've also said that none of these characters have actually ever been created, and also a massive hint for new characters to come as well. It says characters that are already planned to be released later in the series obviously are not included in this list. So it's a completely different list. Let me just read out the list for you guys. So out of the 10 characters, number 1, this sexy female Tekken Force character. Woo! It says a gorgeous and sexy female Tekken Force member. She is loyal to the Mishima Zaibatsu, regardless of who is in charge. As such, she was not a part of the rebellion started by Lars. Okay, so she's going to be original Mishima. The original concept has proposed for Tekken 5, but the clothing was too revealing and the concept was scrapped for fears the rating would increase. The concept surfaced again for Tekken 6 but did not make the final cut. There were several martial arts mentioned for this character, including Silat, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Krav Maga, Savate, Taekyon, Systeme, I'll provide a link in there so you can read it, and Eskrima. If chosen, the design may need to be altered in order to pass the ratings board, so obviously making it less sexy, so they might just call it female Tekken Force character. Okay, so the second person is Sayake or Salmon. What a weird name. Originally planned for Tekken 3, interesting. Punch buttons would cause the salmon to flop around, and the kick buttons would make it release eggs, which was quite an idea at the time. However, arcades were still popular worldwide, and charging 100 yen, in brackets $1 per play, with such a character was likely to be a problem. That, and the fact the character would also be in target of would always be the target of Kuma, led to the concept being scrapped. If the Tekken 3 arcade board is hacked, you will notice that there is a placeholder data with the character's name remaining. This has been discovered by a few hardcore fans in the past, in brackets videos on YouTube, close bracket. If for some unforeseen reason this character is actually chosen, the development may be quite difficult. So if you pick that character, then it's going to be very difficult for Namco, so let's not do that, otherwise it's going to delay it. Okay, moving on. So number 3, female character, in brackets a young girl long imprisoned by the Rochefort family. A young female vampire that has been imprisoned in a wing of the Rochefort estate where Lily was raised. She has a dark personality, but her gothic attire and uncanny beauty are mesmerizing. During development of Tekken 6, she was proposed as a character that used an actual martial art, but also with fireballs like a 2D fighting game character. However, aside from Harada, a strange phenomena occurred in which many members got married and all gave birth to children around the same time. As a result, not many staff were left at work to complete the character. Oh, that's really interesting. And she was discarded. This woman was really close to being made. The concept was salvaged again during the Tekken 6 Bloodline Rebellion, but at the same strange phenomena occurred again and Harada locked the concept away in a safe, wanting to keep it secured within the development team since it, in brackets she, seems to bring good fortune. Okay, she looks really likely. Okay, I'm going to move on now. So the SHIN Kamiyya, a classmate of Jin Kazama, who appeared in the 3D. Oh, okay, this is SHIN. I'm going to vote for this, guys, because a lot of people requested this. That's really interesting. The fact that his implementation would impact the main storyline, that he died in the movie, and that he doesn't know any martial arts, make him a difficult character to be included in the game. Fair play. There were ideas to make him appear in the game as before he died. That would make sense, and also he'd have to to have him reborn as an immortal type of character. That's cool. Okay, so number 5 is Togu, a fellow Tekken Force member and a friend of Lars Alexanderson. He joined Lars in the coup against the Mishima Zaibatsu. He appears in scenario campaign in Tekken 6. His fighting style is similar to Lars, interesting, but he also uses the sword on his waist for certain attacks. He could also call in airstrikes via his radio. Since he died in the game, he was never implemented as a playable character. Number 6, Zombie Bride. That name just sounds ridiculous. A zombie bride to be in a wedding dress. The idea first came around Tekken 3 as the first fighting zombie in a game. The idea was resurfaced again for Tekken 6 as the sister of Miguel, who was called in an airstrike to come back to life. Since the fighting style for the zombie would be quite difficult to create, the idea was scrapped. Okay, so number 7, female Paul. Quite likely. Okay, for some inexplicable reason, Paul is transformed into a girl, but the appearance is of a very cute girl. I can't imagine that. The concept was thrown out in 2 seconds, as it was too off the wall. 2 seconds. Couldn't even give it 3. Couldn't even give it 2.5. But there you go. So number 8, a giant praying mantis, or mantis. It's mantis, but I'm pronouncing it wrong. During the development of Tekken 3, a bug caused the joints of the character to move backwards, and the character model was deformed. It looked like it would be a strong fighter, so there was an idea to actually implement it, but the idea was discarded for the lack of development time, like with Psyche/Salmon, the number 2 guy I mentioned. The insect blank data could be found when Tekken 3 arcade board is hacked. This was also found by some very hardcore fans, and the video can be found on YouTube. Okay, so number 9, it's called Average Run of the Mill Old Man. You average old man, like the one you find in almost any neighborhood. He is not a martial artist, so he's pretty weak. It was an idea mentioned in the early in the series and thrown out instead. It was mentioned. Okay, so number 10, the last character that you can pick, is called Ganmi-chan, a teenage female sumo wrestler who idolizes Gan Ryu. That's hard to believe, after Gan Ryu's after Michelle or Julia. The original idea was proposed for Tag 2, but was discarded 5 seconds later in order to focus on increasing the popularity of Gan Ryu. A character sketch was completed several years ago, and the result of the cute character like you would find in an Idol Master. Okay, that's very interesting indeed. There's 10 characters there. Let me know, guys, what you think below and put a vote in. I'll leave links on the bottom of the list. I'm just going to explain how you come about doing the votes now. Okay guys, so this is how you get involved. Okay, so number 1, process of deciding characters. The link will be in the description box below. The character concepts will be narrowed down by 3 by conducting a poll on the Facebook Tekken page. Anyone can vote, so make your vote count. Come on guys, make it count. I'm going to do my vote. Okay, it says the Tekken development team will create a character concept sketches for each of the 3 chosen characters. Number 3, the character concept will be chosen at the fighting panel at San Diego Comic Con. Comic Con, sorry, I said it right the first 2 times, on July the 19th at 3 PM by the audience of Tekken God Harada-san, and you can find his Twitter there. The method of selection will be by a final vote and discussion with the members of the development team, so they're taking this very seriously. We hope that the most vocal Tekken fanatics will show up to the panel. It's your chance to speak on your opinions directly to the development team. So this is why I love Namco over anyone else. They're so good. I won't go into details why, but this just shows one of them. Number 4, development of the chosen character will begin. Number 5, release of the chosen character in Tekken Revolution. Timing of release will be to be dated, as the difficulty in development of the character depends on the concept chosen. If the character proves to be number 6, if the character proves to be popular after release, the chances of additional appearances in the Tekken series will increase. That is amazing. Tekken Tag Tournament 3, maybe in about another 10 years. Okay, so there is a character poll. So what you have to do is, there's 2 separate links. There's an English and Japanese link. I clicked on the English one, so I got the name of the links, and then you select 1 character from the 10 characters below. I know who I'm going to pick, but they're going to narrow it down to 3 people anyway, so I don't know what they're going to do from there. Guys, thoughts below, what do you think? I'll try and make the video as detailed as possible when I'm describing each character. If you want a list to read through while I'm reading through it, be sure to check out the description box below. I'll comment on you guys when you write comments down, and it'll be an interesting discussion actually. I just got home and I didn't even expect to see any of this, especially from Tekken out of all things, but there you go. Be sure to rate, comment and subscribe. Thumbs up. Check out all my Tekken videos, you'll enjoy them, I'll promise you that. And follow me at Twitter at JazTheBham. So this is JazTheBham here. I hope you enjoyed the daily Tekken news. I haven't done a news video in ages. I hope you enjoyed that as well. Thumbs up, over and out. Peace.